Welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today I'm going to talk through what I did in the first half of stage 33 on the Moomin house because I just finished the second half of the video. I actually had to record it in two separate sessions, and I discovered when I looked at the video after the fact that using the OBS studio mode, I screwed it up. I thought I had switched from blank screen to the camera, but instead I switched from the camera to the blank screen, and so I have a 10-minute video, or had, I just deleted it, had a 10-minute video of nothing at all. So let me walk you through what I did in the book, and I'll talk it through and we'll go from there. The second half of the video, which is actually more like 2/3, it's a 17-minute video, actually has me doing stuff. So the first thing we did was we pulled out some parts, wall parts here. You got K and L on here on this side, and let's see, I and J, I believe it was, on the other side. We glue these down, making sure that they're even as best possible with the edges of the wall. Have to say, on the other side, there was a gap. You can see there's a small gap here. There's a lot larger gap here. I filled it with Vallejo putty on both sides, sanded it down, and it looks really well. This had to sit here. I actually let it sit overnight while I let it dry. And it was kind of funny because I got on the phone with my wife, when the camera was on, but the video paused. And so just kind of, I put it together and then realized I had already done that, or I'd done it off camera. Had a ton of clamps attached to it, holding both pieces down. And that was most of what I did on that video. Took 10 minutes to do it because I was doing it all on camera. Put glue all the way around the edges here, clamped it down so it would hold real well, and then did the other side. That was what was 10 minutes of the video. In the second half of this video, which you'll see shortly, is where I put the wallpaper on here, did the bed, or the pillow for the bed, and this piece of the wallpaper we hold on to for a later stage. So, like I said, quick synopsis, not much that I can do since I recorded blank, but it shortens the video a little bit. Some people may say it's editing. I don't edit. And I'm mention this on the I don't mention it on the rest of the video, but I'm thinking I may end up having to glue this down because it keeps sticking up. So let me pause here and I'll be right back with the video that I just recorded. Okay, actually, so it's now the next morning, and I got on a phone call with my wife and actually finished this off. And so after I realized that I hadn't done it on camera, I went ahead and puttied it, sanded it, and this is where we are. It is now smooth and ready for the it's ready for the wallpaper, except I literally just finished sanding it down. So let me do a real quick wipe down, get all the dust off of here. Hopefully I'm not going to regret this because then the wallpaper doesn't stick, but I think it should be fine. So let me flip the page to the wallpaper. I'll get this stuff out, and I'm only going to pull out the sheet of wallpaper that it's asking for, as well as the material to make the pillow. As you can see, there's a second color type of wallpaper in here. if I can get, there we go. So there's the pillow material. There's the wallpaper. This is going to be set aside for a later issue. And it's kind of funny that almost looks like Christmas wallpaper. So it says to make sure you're putting it on J, this side with the J and the I. You can see there, J and I. And you start at the bottom or the top, either one. You just have to make sure that you do the peel it from the side. It says remove, smoothing out the creases. I honestly believe that it's better to start from the top than the bottom, because at the bottom you have the opening for the door, which could cause issues if you don't get it on there exactly right. So let me peel this off a little bit. We're going to line it up with the top edge of the wall. This should be easy. Done it on the other walls already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get it, make sure it's good on one side, do it on the other side, press it down so you can see it started, and you just kind of pull it down as you go. And you want to make sure that you're flattening it all the way down. I do have a crease, a wrinkle in one of the walls from earlier. And then you just push it down on here. Make sure you get it all the way down, all the way around. It says on the right edge, stick it over, fold and stick the paper to the side here. I actually have to do a little bit on the left edge as well. And make a slight cut right there so that it lays flat. This edge here will eventually lay flat when it's up against the wall, up against the interior walls or the exterior wall. Right now it's kind of sticking up, but it will eventually lay flat, completely flat. Need to make sure that that corner stays down because it actually did pop up. And then you need to lay it flat, and here's the interesting piece, because it's a little bit above the surface. It should be sharp enough. When you lay it flat, you just take your X-Acto, run it along the edge here, and then the other edge of the door, and across the top, and take out the excess paper. Make sure that's just, and I always stick it, did I stick it on the wrong side? I did. So I was going to say I always stick it on the waxed paper so that it will be available if I need it later. Screwed up, put it on the wrong side. There is the first wall for the second floor. Let me go ahead and set that out of the way. And now we're going to come back here. First thing we do is we fold the fabric in half. For the pillow for the latest bed. And then you put your template in there. Basically what we're going to do is put lines on here showing where this should be folding together at. And of course the pin again is not working. So there, make sure this is centered a little bit better. what we're doing is outlining where the pillow is going to be. We do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and then it says to fold the fabric along these edges. And actually, they have the template in there, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back in here. Fold the fabric along this line. You kind of got to fake it on the other side because you don't have the template there, but you want to get a little bit of a crease in there. And then you do the same thing on the other side. I'm actually doing it without the template in there. Seems to be a little bit easier. And then you take the double-sided tape. Just looking. The fold edges, stick double-sided tape. Cut the corners. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I see what they're saying. So the tape is, it's been a while since I've done this. It says 1 centimeter wide again. I'm not using 1 centimeter wide tape. What I'm going to do, and unfortunately there's the ink bled through a little bit on the pillow. Where, oh where, there. So you lay this down. Actually, here's how I'm going to do it, because you need to have it staying down, and then you need another piece of tape that's going to actually seal it up. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the inside and then fold it over. And sticking the tape to fabric is a little bit tricky sometimes. Come on. Having it stick because of static cling, to me, is a piece of cake. Does it every time almost. Come on, there we go. So now along the folds that we did earlier, we just fold the fabric back over. You can see a spot from the ink. You can see a spot from the ink right there. Do the same thing on this one. And then you do it on the top and bottom as well. This, to me, it works out a little bit better than trying to fold it and stick it down with a huge piece of tape. So what I'm going to do is actually cut a longer piece of tape, cut it in half, stick it down along the edge of the line here, along the edge of the line. On the opposite end, this is just to keep my folds in place. I'll be putting another piece of tape in to seal it, or another couple pieces of tape. God, it loves that static cling, loves to stick to me. Okay, so we got those down. Fold this edge over. Actually, before I fold that edge over, I just looked at it. I can't do it the right way, but I can get in there. You're clipping off the corner at about a 45-degree angle. Do it here before I do the tape. Let go. Let go, I said. So you can see how I did it on this side. Should have done it like that. Push this down. You fold this over. So that your fabric is not going to bunch up a whole lot. Now what you do is you take some paper towel, napkin, something. And what you're going to do is you're folding it to get about a 2 millimeter thickness. It's actually still a little bit wide. That's okay. Fold it again, fold it like that. That should be just about, that is almost perfect. You see, it's going to stick out the edge a little bit. Go ahead and cut that off. Let me see if it's going to fit. It's a little bit too long. What we're doing here is we're giving our pillow some volume. A little bit more off the edge here. That should be good. Let me set the glue on it so it kind of stays in place. And for this, I will use the wider tape. Because what we're going to do is make the pillow have some stuffing. It's kind of funny, they have a piece of tape on the either end where it's folded. I don't think it needs 2 pieces of tape here. It should need just the ones on the sides and one at the top or the bottom that's going to hold it together. It is important though to keep your tape inside the edges of the fabric. It actually ran out off the side of the fabric here. So put it back. That little tab shouldn't matter. Let's do another side piece. And actually, I can see why I'm going to need to do both ends. Because if I don't, the stuffing may block it from actually making contact. I'm going to go ahead and peel this up first. You want to get it, the tape, the backing tape out of the way before you lay the other tape down. Come on. Sorry for the dead airspace. I'm just trying to get this to pull off. It is, there we go. So now not as wide a piece of tape as the 2 sides. Take this close to the edge as you can get it. You're going to end up sticking to the tape that's already there. Do the same thing on the other side. this should actually, if I can get the backing should come up a whole lot easier because you're not pulling on, you're not actually going to be able to pull it from the fabric because you got tape holding it down on the end. Come on, I felt the edge. There we go. Come on. For some reason, it sticks to me until I put it on the tabletop. So now, put my stuffing back in there for the pillow. Fold it over. They say to push it in with the tweezers, but the way I built this one, it actually comes out pretty well. It's a little rough on the top edge. You can see it overlaps there a little bit, but it should be okay. And once it's done, I'll just set the side down that's got the ink on it, like that. And there you have the completed bed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all there is to do in this issue of the Moomin House. So, I hope you're enjoying this. I don't do the Moomin House as often as I should because, I ran out of videos a while ago, but it's back in the lineup. I have had parts. I just sometimes look at the Moomin House and go, oh man, that's daunting. But I'm going to try and keep videos of it coming along. So like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified of whenever I post a new video. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. See what we're doing. Great group of guys over there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you in the next video.